On your path to prosperity, you can run into and encounter a lot of blocks. You can have blocks about if you're ready. You can have blocks about, do I deserve it? Am I an outsider? Do I belong? There can be a lot of things that you could throw up as reasons not to go forward. There's another block that can seriously get in your way too. And I'm going to say some strong things here, and I want you to know that I've run into some of this stuff in myself, but I'm going to say it in a strong, pointed way because I don't want you to miss. I don't want to pat you on the shoulder and give you like a mutual comfort operation when I can actually say some things to you that might be a little difficult to hear, but getting past the shock, you can say, yeah, it's really true. And here's one of them. I have run into a lot of people who adopt an attitude about prosperity and about wealth and about achieving real success as saying, you know what, I don't want to bring that into my life. I don't want my life to be about money. I want it to be about other things. Now, who's going to argue with sentiments like that? Mother Teresa, Gandhi, people who've gone before us have sometimes, certainly, eschewed material wealth and not done it, but they've been fed. They did have food, they did have shelter. The idea that you want to lead a simple life and you don't want to be materialistic, pay really close attention, because it can be something you're putting out there when what it really is a reason that you like better, that excuses you from doing the hard work of really putting yourself on the line and really having to deliver at a rate that would earn you financial success. In other words, it can secretly be a way to explain away a certain kind of laziness about going after the material wealth you could use that would help you prosper in that way too, that would give you a certain assurance about your next meal and comfortable housing and maybe the chance to travel some and learn some and get a further education, many things you might want to do in your life. And you can hesitate and give the story, I want to simplify my life. Oh, I don't want to get into all that material thing. I don't want to be hustling for bucks all the time. I don't want to be one of those backstabbing people who all they're in the game for is money, money, money. I want my life to be about more than that. Well, I've sometimes seen those people, though, just stay at the same level year in and year out and not have that much extra time that they give to causes. They're not necessarily volunteering. They're not necessarily spending time at soup kitchens or shelters or teaching, as one of my friends does, translating for the deaf at theaters. She actually is there in the theater translating and using sign language to help the deaf understand what's going on. Or the blind, she's done the same thing. She'll describe the characters. She says that feeds her life enormously and adds to her wealth, and it does. But if you're making an excuse about, I just want a simple life, take a really close, honest look. Is it a way to duck out on having to exert the effort to really raise your craft to the highest level, to have the courage to really charge people for the value you provide, and to stick to it? You know, one of the things that happens when you're willing to charge more, you simply draw people who want the best. They don't want the cut rate thing. They don't want to do the Walmart version of the copywriting that they want done for them, or the videography that they want done for them. They want the best. If you know you've developed those skills and you deliver absolutely the value you say and more, then charge for it. because then people take it more seriously. I'm sorry to say that, but they do. And they take you more seriously too. And don't even try to refute this because it's true. I just know it across the board. Alan Weiss, one of the interesting guys who've done a lot in consulting and wrote a book called $1 Million Consultant, says that when he goes to a place and he's charged a high price, more than once somebody has said, okay guys, listen up, I'm paying this guy Weiss $80,000 to be here. And they listen up. And he's happy to say it because he's saying, I'm getting you the best, pay attention. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I've tried to cushion that word lazy, but be closely attentive to what you do and how you may convince yourself that there are things you don't want that allow you to be just a tad sanctimonious. Sorry about that word if it hurts, but really what you're doing is hiding behind that because you don't want to put your ass on the line and really go for it. Watch out for this. I do love you. I support you. Since you're a high achiever, you may know about this. High achievers often hit a wall. They're going along, they're having one success after another, and then suddenly something happens and they grind to a halt. And it's confusing because they're not sure what it is they've done wrong, if it's anything. They just know that they're not moving anymore the way they're used to moving, the way they have moved in the past. If you've run into like what seems like a ceiling over you, and you're kind of in a fog and you're mystified as to what's getting in your way, you can even kind of slide into a swirl of doubts and wonder if you've ever really achieved anything significant at all, and whether any of your amazing achievements that you've done were anything but kind of fronting or a little bit of a fraud. That is really negative and pernicious, and it doesn't have to be that way. I want you to go get a free report from me. Go to drkenchristian.com/breakthrough and receive from me this free report with action steps that are going to tell you exactly what to do now to get you going.